Yo, if you have a passion or a dream or something that you're trying to strive to do, can you just give me a second and hear me out? Because I feel like this is probably going to help. Listen, I've had the same dream my entire life. I wanted to make an action fantasy series that would influence people to be better than they are and to have the confidence to push past the ceilings that they or the life that they have to live has created for them. And in that pursuit of creating that thing, I've had to take a lot of detours, right? There are jobs that I've had to work because I've had to pay bills. There are responsibilities that I've had that I had to deal with. There were doubts that I created. There were doubts that other people created because they didn't understand what I was trying to do. And they were just trying to look out for me and my safety. So I listened to them and I took the safe route. And I could have got from point A to point B a lot faster, but I didn't. Now, there were a lot of times when I was younger, and I mean, even when I was older, I'm not going to lie, where I would sit there and think to myself, like, what if I had not wasted that time? What if I had not done that random job or gone off and done that random thing? What if I had just stayed on the path instead? And when I was younger, I used to put myself down for it a lot, and I feel like a lot of people do that. What I've realized as I've gotten older is that all of those things ended up helping me out in the end to make me the person I needed to be to actually be able to make that dream come true. And when you're in the thick of it, it doesn't seem like it, right? But it's kind of crazy how things kind of fall into place and how things kind of play out the way that they're supposed to. Like, I spent a significant amount of time, like, I worked in retail, and when I worked in retail, that helped me learn how to talk to people. It taught me how to sell things. It taught me how to sell, like, what I was trying to give, my product. I worked in warehouses and such, and that helped me stay productive. That helped me kind of plan out my day. I've worked in construction. I've worked in landscaping, a lot of that stuff. And it was a lot of that stuff was just about hard work and seeing the progress of what you're doing. You show up to a place, there's leaves all over the place. Everything's messed up. The bushes are all destroyed. And by the time you're done, the lawn is mowed, right? Those bushes look fantastic. All the leaves are in bags out of the way. The house looks fantastic. Everything looks great. Construction, same thing. You're building something. You're going to an end goal. It's awesome to see something be something and then be something else because of the effort that you put in. And the big one for me was that I took a big chunk of my life where I put art on the back burner and I became a musician and I toured the United States with my friends. We did that. We started off just doing shows, getting paid absolutely nothing, paying for our own tickets just so we could even get in because it was pay to play. And we would see like 4 people that would stay there for us to the point where it finally got to where people were asking us to come out to their states and people were trying to get us on these big shows. And I got to check off all of these bands that I adore and that I listen to now when I'm streaming and when I'm drawing. I got to play on the same stage as them. I got to meet them. I got to shake their hand, But from that, what that did is that showed me how it was to run our own business, how to promote ourselves, again, how to deal with people, how to deal with people that may not like what you're doing, and how to take major risks because so many people told me not to do it. So many people told us, well, I can't speak for everybody, but I know at least for me, there were a lot of people that were scared that it wasn't going to work out. And even when I was out there on the road, people were trying to get me to come back to just like find some safe route. And I had to say no, and I had to deal with that, the repercussions of that. And from that was the last piece. I realized like, you got to take risks, man. Like at that point, even though we were doing it, like I always thought to myself, like, oh man, are we really going to end up getting to the point where we're touring? Like that seems like that's such a big jump. Like there's a big empty like cavern and we have to build this bridge over this cavern and you just got to hope. And it worked. And I'm super grateful for that. And I'm super grateful for everybody that was involved in that. But it helped me realize at the end of the day that all of these pieces, all of these steps were things that I needed, that I did not have, the experience that I did not have that would have slowed me down, or I potentially would have failed altogether. So like the long and short of this video, this was only supposed to be like 2 minutes long. We're at 4 minutes and 44. Just trust the process and don't give up on yourself is what I'm trying to say. Some of these things that you don't want to do, they're going to really pay off in the end. And I don't want you to give up before you get the opportunity to really show everybody what you're about, I'm 33 now, and I feel like just now I'm really finally getting the opportunity to show everybody what I'm capable of. And I've been working on Splicer for like almost 20 years now. So I'm not saying that it's different for everybody. There were a lot of things that I had to learn, and I whatever, but just don't give up on yourself. You know what I mean? And learn what you can from everything, even the really bad stuff. It's all your origin story. It's all your hero's journey, man. It really is. So I believe in you. I appreciate you. I hope this helped somebody. I'm sorry this was so long. It wasn't supposed to be, but all right. I'm gonna let y'all go. You can scroll on to the next thing. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.